Have you ever seen someone in trouble and wondered, should I stop and help? Jesus once told a story that goes right to the heart of that question. It's one of the most famous parables in the Bible, the Good Samaritan, Luke 10:25-37. One day, a religious law expert stood up to test Jesus. He asked,
"Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" Luke 10:25.
Jesus replied,
"What is written in the law? How do you read it?" Luke 10:26.
The man answered,
"Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." Luke 10:27.
"You have answered correctly," Jesus said.
"Do this and you will live." Luke 10:28.
But the man wanted to justify himself. He pressed further.
"And who is my neighbor?" Luke 10:29.
Jesus then told a story that would challenge everyone listening. Once upon a time, Jesus began, a man was traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho. Luke 10:30. Picture a winding road through rocky hills, known for bandits and danger. Suddenly, robbers attacked the traveler. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and left him half dead by the roadside. Luke 10:30. Hours pass. The man can barely move. Dust rises from the road. Someone is coming. First, a priest approaches. A holy man. Surely he'll help. But when he sees the injured traveler, he crosses to the other side of the road and keeps walking. Luke 10:31. Later, a Levite, another religious leader, comes along. He slows down, glances at the man, but also crosses the road and moves on. Luke 10:32. Two respected men, both too busy or too cautious to stop. Then a Samaritan comes down the road. Luke 10:33. To the Jewish audience, Samaritans were outsiders, despised, mistrusted, looked down upon. Nobody would have expected kindness from him. But this Samaritan sees the wounded man and feels compassion. Luke 10:33. He gets off his donkey, kneels beside the stranger, and gently tends his wounds with oil and wine. He bandages him carefully. He lifts the man onto his own animal and walks, leading the donkey to the nearest inn. Luke 10:34. At the inn, he takes care of him overnight. The next day, the claymation Samaritan preparing to leave, speaking with the innkeeper.
"Take care of him, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have." Luke 10:35.
This is mercy in action. No spotlight, no applause, just quiet compassion. Jesus looks at the expert in the law and asks,
"Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers?" Luke 10:36.
The expert answers,
"The one who had mercy on him." Luke 10:37.
Jesus replies simply,
"Go and do likewise." Luke 10:37.
This parable isn't just about a road between Jerusalem and Jericho. It's about our everyday lives. Sometimes we're the traveler in need. Sometimes we're the priest or Levite passing by. And sometimes we're called to be the Samaritan, to show compassion to someone who's different from us, inconvenient, or even someone we don't fully understand. Jesus didn't define neighbor by geography, religion, or culture. He defined it by mercy. What would it look like if we lived this way? If our love crossed barriers, just like the Samaritans did? The story of the Good Samaritan is not just a tale, it's an invitation. Jesus' words still echo, "Go and do likewise." Luke 10:37. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and share.